Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. This video is gonna be about can I actually buy signals and really make money from it? So obviously you guys are always looking for a quick fix. So let's buy signals and this guy gives me trades and actually make money. So does it work? Does it not work? All those types of things I will be touching on and just running through it and actually explain why signals work and why signals doesn't work for some people. Enjoy. Hi everyone, so signals. Does signals work? Can you become profitable only taking signals? So it's a lot of ups and downs regarding signals. So I'm going to talk both ways of the party. So I'm not going to talk bad about signals and I'm also not going to talk good about signals. I'm going to show you guys the pros and the cons of both sides because I do believe signals has an upside but also has a downside. Okay, so first of all, can I become a profitable trader only buying signals? Okay, will obviously depend from person to person, from signal provider to signal provider. Okay, sometimes a signal provider can be good and 90% of people lose money, 10% people will make money. And I will get into that during the charts. Then you get signal providers obviously that doesn't provide decent signals and you will end up losing all your money because they don't have a good risk reward. They don't have a decent strategy or plan put out for all the consumers. Okay, so can you become a full-time trader only taking signals 100%? No. So the problem with signals is you get one good trade. Okay, so you get a quick fix of let's quickly make $100, but end of the month your subscription cancels and once again you're back to phase one where you have no idea how to trade. So that's the biggest problems regarding signals is you don't actually learn how to trade. You can make the money, but you have no idea how to duplicate that process. Okay, so if trader A is selling you signals, then you're going to be performing how trader A performs. But obviously that's what we're thinking. In the end, you still have a different strategy, a different risk management. All those things comes into play. Sometimes you're going to miss a trade. Sometimes you're going to take a trade. And that's why most of the time you end up failing when taking signals. Doesn't have to mean the guy selling the signals is a bad trader. Sometimes you're just making a mistake that you're not seeing yourself and then blaming the signal provider. So number one, why is signals so difficult to actually follow? Okay, you have no idea what trading plan they're following. So you don't know if they're trading with the trend, against the trend. Are they trading a short-term pullback? Are they trading long-term? You don't know what risk management they're using. So there's whole different reasons why signals will work, but also won't work. Okay, so let's look at why some people will make money and some people will lose money. Okay, for example, this is a short position that I just posted on my social media that I just took. Okay, so now this was a perfect no drawdown short position that I'm in. Okay, perfect. My stop loss was 330 points. Okay, so perfect 1 to 6 risk to reward. Okay, that's how it's set out. But number one, I have two entries in this. Okay, one, I'm going to exit in the range of 1,000 points, and the other one I'm going to leave today. So I'm going to make my 1.5%, and I'm going to leave the other trades around to go and make 3%. Okay, that's my plan. Okay, but now you're sitting at work and you just saw the GU sell. You have no idea what trading is, and you now take that trade. Okay, now you open yourself up to 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Okay, so now you have bigger risk than your target. Okay, by the time you enter the market, okay, we are already 1,000 points into profits, which is a lot. Okay, now you are entering the market. Okay, with the plan in mind that you're going there. Okay, you're just going straight into profit, but now the market starts pulling against you. Okay, by this time, my stop loss is at break even. I have zero risk. Okay, so whatever happens, I've hit my take profit once, I've made my 1.5%, and also I can't lose money because my stop loss is past entry. But now you've entered where current market price is, and you have the same stop loss, same take profit, but now you're running. Now market pulls against you. Okay, market goes against you, and you actually end up going into negative. What do? You start stressing and you close the position. After you close the position and you've taken a 1%, 2, 3% loss, I send out the signal again. Now you're stressing because you've just taken a loss on this pair. So why will you take another loss? Now you're not taking the trade. And good enough, market goes back, I send out the signal, and what do you know, we push straight through. So now we've made 1.5% plus another 4.5%. So we're up 6%, you're down 1%. Same market, same strategy, same entry point, same stop losses. It's just you taking a late trade and then getting emotional about it and then missing the second trade because you've already lost one. So this is why 90% of people will always lose money when taking signals, and 10% will make money. That was a perfect trade. There was nothing wrong with that trade. So even if I sent that out, there will still be people losing money because they will enter late, or they will go into drawdown and then start stressing. The same thing when looking at this. Okay, let's say price was over here. Okay, here, very simple, market closed above. Took out the liquidity points. After that, we know we're dropping to our previous point, and we know our stop loss should be below that. So now we had our retest, we have our target in mind, which is there, and our stop loss over there. Okay, so let's just rewind this a little bit more. Usually there is where I have my indication that we've broken through, so I'll look for continuation trade. So now I sent out, okay, 453 point stop loss and a 2,000 point take profit. In the end, risk reward is 1 to 4.5. Same thing. I have two entries lined up there. I sent buy signal for 135,326. Okay, a lot of people see that, they immediately buy. Okay, as you buy, now we can have a pullback where we are waiting for. Okay, you're going straight into negative and more into negative, and by this point you're just over this. You're going to close your trade and you've taken another loss because you don't know when to enter. You don't know, should I immediately buy, should I wait, etc. Now on our way down, I've only entered the trade, okay, with most of the group. Okay, as soon as it hits that level, we end the trade. Now we can see it almost spiked our stop loss about 50, 60, 100 points out. Okay, but now you're with a different broker, and now the spread is bigger. So now you get knocked out through spread. Okay, because you don't take spread into account. So for me, I'm sitting at home, I'm chilling, I'm in my position, and by the next candle, let's quickly wait for it, I'm up back to break even. So there's people that took a loss that immediately entered, they didn't wait for the price, but they closed due to emotions. There's people getting knocked out with spread, and now I'm in my trade, and 10% of people will probably be with me, and we just hold on and we run the market up. Okay, and we hit our trade successfully. Okay, so there's so many different things that we can look at actually when taking signals. So when you actually go and you take signals, I won't ever suggest taking signals if you want to become a full-time trader. But if you do end up taking signals, journal every single trade. Write down the trade the mentor sent out and try and find out his groove in the market. Is he a long-term trader? Is he a short-term trader? And obviously try and understand what his way of trading is. Sometimes a guy will send out a position like this, and he just takes that shorter term trades. Okay, but now you always end up holding longer and longer term. You just want to hold and hold and hold. Okay, but then you always end up not making money or eventually hitting stop loss. Okay, or figure out, okay, maybe if you keep saying my stop loss is in profit, figure out what that means, how to actually lock your profits and then lock your profits, because that's his trading style. So there's lots of different things to look at when taking signals, but in the end, you need to put in your work in there as well. So you can't just take signals and depend on that alone. You still need to figure out what your plan is and use that in correlation with your analysis to actually know where the market is going. So end to end, I do think signals is something that destroys a lot of mindsets, especially in the trading world, because you're always waiting for your mentor or your signal provider to update you. As soon as you're in profits, you just want to close. So you keep waiting for your mentor signal provider to tell you, close now, hold a little bit. And if it doesn't do that the day, then you start stressing. So another scenario is you not holding the trades to where it's supposed to go. So you've perfectly executed this trade with me today, for example. I do not provide signals. I will never. My plan will always be to create long, consistent traders, not to give somebody one trade so they can make money. I don't have any advocacy towards signal providers, don't get me wrong. They're doing their thing. And like I explained, a lot of times they are not bad traders. You just don't understand their plan. But for me personally, that's not my way of doing things. And that's just a personal preference. Okay. So this is another thing that can actually cause you not to make money. Okay. So now we've entered this position. Okay. Market went down. Let me just pull this open. Market went down. You went straight into profits from that signal I sent out now. 400 points in profits. As soon as you have what most people do, they flip down to like a 15 minutes, let's say 30 minutes time frame. Okay. My candlesticks are all black, but now you have green and red candles. Okay. Market pushes down. As soon as you see this market pushing up, now you close the trade. Okay. So now closing that trade because you're stressing. Then next day, signal provider sends take profit one hit. And you're like, how did you take profit one when then you realize, okay, I exited the trade early. Okay. Now we're looking at the market, for instance, and I sent out the next trade. And I say, okay, well, we've made 1%, 2%, 3% on this trade. Now I want to buy this market. Okay. Now you're thinking, okay, it doesn't matter what, I'm taking this trade. I'm not going to get scared out of this position. And just your luck, how the market works is it goes and hits your stop loss. Okay. Now you complain it's a bad signal provider. It's not a bad signal provider. You missed out on the 3.27%. So now we are up 2.27% and you are down 1% or 2%, whatever you risked. So that's another reason why it's not working, because you don't always take the trades. So there's so many things that makes signals difficult. So I always want you guys to just be careful before you just buy signals. Sometimes it is better to take the longer route around, educate yourself, learn to create your own signals in the market. You want to put it that way, and actually just find your own way in the market, because all of us have different ways. Some of us can trade with one technical, with just support resistance. Some of us need 10 things to tell us to buy now. So just like that, there's different ways to make money in the market. You can use trend lines. You can use so many different things. So that's my suggestion. Always go and find your own way in the market and learn to adapt to what the market's doing and do it on your by yourself. So I hope this video helps you guys to knowing whether or not buy signals or whether or not signals will actually help you make money. So cheers, guys.